What's up everyone, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video, I want to go over American Airlines Group, stock ticker AAL, what's going on this stock chart and what it means for the airline industry as a whole and for this stock in particular. So I'm zoomed in on the candlesticks in trading view. I'm going to zoom out now. I just wanted to zoom in for you guys just to give you a nice big picture of the candlesticks that have been going on. They just reported earnings and the stock shot up on big volume. We're retracing a little bit, but I mean, you know, we tend to see that in most stocks after a big shoot up, right? You're going to have a little bit of consolidation. People are going to take profits. But let's zoom out because I want to show you guys where this stock and this entire industry has come since the pandemic, right? So we were all the way up here in this $28, $29 range before the pandemic, and then it sold off because the airline industry was one of the hardest hit industries in the economy when the pandemic hit, right? Nobody was flying. Airlines were going out of business, or they were on the brink of going out of business. And now people are getting back to flying again. They're more comfortable flying. So this stock, even though it has sold off significantly, it is starting a slow trickle back to the upside. And I do mean very slow. You can see we bottomed out right here, and it has been a very gradual run up. With the lows, right? This is a slightly higher low from down here. You know, we went from a low of $9 range to a low in the $10 or $11 range, which, hey, that's a big increase, right? You're talking about like 40% or something like that. But in the grand scheme of things, when we're coming from $30, it's not that much, right? It's a slow trickle. Well, let's get back to the current price action. What is going on right now? And that is this big jump right here. Let me show you guys the context here because I want to talk about the price action and how it kind of fits what's been going on over the last probably 6 months or so, and how volume is playing a part of that as well. After this big sell-off right here, look what happened right here. We had this nice little run up, and what happened with the volume? A pump in volume. So we had an increase in price action on an increase in volume, and then there's just this sideways kind of consolidation on lower volume, right? We're trickling down, and then what happens here? Big increase in price, and what's going on here? Big increase in volume. This is a very good sign. You want to see your run up in price coincide with a run up in volume. And what happens on this chart every time the price goes up? You get a lot of volume. That is a very good thing. That is telling. That is telling us that these price increases are more believable because there's more conviction behind them. There's a lot of buyers behind them. So what do we have right here? This big run up, this big increase in volume. That means there's a lot of buyers behind this. It's more believable. So what just happened over the last 2 days? Huge spike in price, huge spike in volume, and it is huge, right? Compared to the last run up, this is massive compared to this. I mean, this was already a big volume increase. This was a big volume increase, but look at how big this volume increase is compared to these, right? It's a bigger increase in price and it's a bigger increase in volume. So that is a very good sign for American Airlines, stock ticker AAL, going forward. And I think this is also indicative of the airline industry as a whole. We could absolutely see some consolidation over the next few days or weeks even, just like we've seen in every single one of these kind of pumps in price, right? You have a pump in price and then it just kind of consolidates for a little while, and then another pump in price and then it consolidates. Well, I would not be shocked. I would actually expect that is what's going to happen here on American Airlines and probably the entire airline industry. Is we had our pump in price from a good, you know, the market liked the earnings report here, and we're probably just gonna consolidate here for a little while until there is another catalyst that shoots this thing even higher. You know, look, I mean, that is the pattern that we're seeing, right? Up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. I mean, that's just how most stocks go these days, right? So that's what I've got for the airline industry and American Airlines Group, stock ticker AAL. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Long story short, this looks good. for the airline industry and American Airlines. Just don't be surprised if it kind of just chops sideways for the next couple of weeks, because that's what's been happening on this chart for a while now, right? We did have a nice pump in price, but if you're looking for this thing to go higher over the next day or two, I wouldn't bet on it. I would bet on it going sideways for a little while, and then once it gets another catalyst, maybe some good news or another airline has a great earnings report, maybe we see it go higher from there. Okay, that's what I got for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. If you like stock chart pattern analysis, please hit the subscribe button. I do that here on this channel. I try to get a video out every single day, and I tell you guys what I'm seeing on the charts as soon as I see it. Okay, so hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below if you like. I read all your comments. I try to get back to almost everyone when I can. So I'll see you there and in the next video. Thanks, guys.